Imagine a family legacy marked by both remarkable spiritual leadership and devastating moral failure. A high priest who, despite his own weaknesses, raised a young Samuel to become a beacon of hope for Israel. Yet, his own sons, Hophni and Phinehas, indulged in corruption and immorality, bringing shame to their family and the priesthood. A story of contrasts, where the sacred and the profane coexisted, leading to a dramatic confrontation that would change the course of Israel's history. Join me as we explore the complex and intriguing narrative of Eli and his sons, a cautionary tale of the consequences of unchecked sin and the power of redemption. The story of Eli and his sons, Hophni and Phinehas, is a compelling narrative found in the Old Testament, specifically in the book of 1 Samuel. It is a tale that intertwines themes of priesthood, sacrilege, and divine retribution, offering a profound look into the consequences of disobedience to God. Eli was a high priest and judge over Israel at the Shiloh temple. His lineage was of the tribe of Levi, the tribe designated for religious duties and priesthood. Eli's role was significant as he was responsible for leading the people in worship and offering sacrifices to God. Eli had two sons, Hophni and Phinehas, who were appointed as priests under their father's tutelage. However, unlike their father, they were men of corrupt character. The Bible explicitly describes them as scoundrels who had no regard for the Lord. 1 Samuel 2 verse 12. The transgressions of Hophni and Phinehas were manifold. They treated the offerings of the Lord with contempt, taking for themselves the choicest parts of the sacrifices before they were offered to God. This was a direct violation of the law, which stated that certain parts of the sacrifices were to be burnt as an offering to God before any portion could be eaten by the priests. Furthermore, they committed acts of immorality with the women who served at the entrance to the tent of meeting. Their behavior was not only a personal failing but a desecration of their sacred duties and a public scandal among the Israelites. Eli, aware of his son's wicked deeds, did rebuke them, asking, "Why do you do such things? I hear from all the people about these wicked deeds of yours." 1 Samuel 2 verse 23. However, his rebuke did not result in any change in their behavior. The Bible suggests that their fate was sealed, as it was God's will to put them to death for their sins. 1 Samuel 2:25. A man of God came to Eli and delivered a prophecy of doom against his household. He condemned Eli for honoring his sons above God by allowing them to make themselves fat with the choicest offerings meant for the Lord. The prophecy foretold the end of Eli's lineage as priests and the raising up of a faithful priest who would do according to what was in God's heart and mind. The prophecy came to pass during a battle against the Philistines. Hophni and Phinehas brought the Ark of the Covenant into battle, treating it as a talisman rather than the sacred object it was. The Israelites were defeated, and both sons were killed, fulfilling the word of the Lord. Upon hearing the news of the ark's capture and his sons' deaths, Eli fell backward off his chair, broke his neck, and died. The story of Eli's sons serves as a sobering reminder of the importance of faithfulness and obedience to God. It also highlights the principle that positions of spiritual leadership carry a higher standard of conduct and accountability. The biblical account of Hophni and Phinehas is a narrative rich with lessons for both leaders and followers. It teaches us about the holiness of God, the seriousness of sin, and the certainty of divine justice. As we reflect on their story, we are reminded to live lives that honor God in both private and public spheres, knowing that our actions have both temporal and eternal consequences.